I would like to request everyone to settle in their seats. Good morning, everyone. Respected dignitaries, esteemed guests from academia and industry, dear faculty members, students, and all our invitees, a very warm welcome to the launch of the new postgraduate programs at MIT Institute of Design, MIT Art, Design, and Technology University. It is a pleasure to have you with us today as we mark an important milestone in our journey of design education. Today's event celebrates innovation, collaboration, and the future of design. As we formally launch our new M.Des programs that respond to emerging technologies, industry needs, and evolving creative practices. To begin this auspicious occasion, I request everyone to kindly stand for the World Peace Prayer.
नमो जियाद्या वेद प्रतिपाद्या जय जय स्वसंवेद्या आत्मरूपा देवातुति गणेषु सकलार्थमतिप्रकाशु म्हणे निवृत्तिदासु अवधारि गोदी गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
Thank you. I request everyone to be seated in their seats. As we begin today's programs, we seek blessings for wisdom, creativity, and new beginnings. I now invite our respected dignitaries to kindly proceed for the ceremonial lighting of the lamp. Thank you, respected dignitaries. May this light guide us towards meaningful innovation and design excellence. To honor the presence and valuable contributions of our distinguished guests, we now move ahead with the felicitation ceremony. I would like to request Honorable Dr. Mangesh Karar sir to felicitate Mr. Bhushan Patil. I would like to request Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor Dr. Rajesh S. Sir to felicitate Mr. Namit Srivastava. I would now like to request Professor Dr. Nachiket Thakur Sir to felicitate Mr. Dhaval Joshi. I now request Professor Dr. Nachiket Thakur Sir to felicitate Mr. Uday Akaraju. I now would like to request Professor Dr. Tandishwar Bisoi Sir to felicitate Professor Dr. Debayan Dhar. Finally, I request Professor Arsha Kapoor to felicitate Ms. Kimaya Gandhi. We would also have one more guest arriving in some time. Thank you to all our dignitaries for gracing this occasion and inspiring us with your presence. To set the context for today's program and to share the vision behind these new initiatives, I now invite our director, Professor Dr. Nachiket Thakur Sir, to address the gathering.
Good morning, respected dais, my colleagues and students. It's a momentous occasion today for creating this ecosystem which MIT Institute of Design have been able to do under the aegis of MIT Art, Design and Technology University. At the onset, I would like to thank Vishwanath Karad sir for making this possible. So his vision of more than 45 years back has brought us here for making such a beautiful institution where all of us are connected in many ways than one. In the same light, Professor Dr. Mangesh Karad sir, who has been a guiding light for making newer entrants into the field of higher education, and I think he deserves a big round of applause for making this possible, sir. Thank you for your timely guidance and the required push, which helps us to make things the way they are. And last but not the least, our Vice Chancellor, who creates forums to make the churning of thought processes for creating the academic excellence which all of us are here for. And of course, all my industry colleagues, as well as all the senior faculties and the entire faculty of MIT Institute of Design, which makes this vibe a good place to be in, wherein new things can thrive and the old things can grow. So a big round of applause to all the stalwarts of education domain. So this is where we feel that because of this particular background which all of us have, uh, taking new steps doesn't feel difficult, or it is not very challenging in many ways than one. It is easier and smoother because the ecosystem is in place. So with this particular thought in mind, we felt that whatever is needed for making the students ready for the industry, we thought that these two programs is much needed in the higher education space, and we are very proud to say that these two programs are first time launched in India for the higher education, which is the master's education in design. And we are very confident that this will be seen as a benchmark, as a guiding light, as a cornerstone for many people to follow. So with this particular background is what we are assembled here today, and with the great inputs from all the industry stalwarts. So any new program will be of no use if it's not supported by the industry. So a very heartfelt thank you to everyone present, which has helped present here also, and there are many people who are not present here, who has helped shape these two programs into the way we are trying to launch it in July 2026. So I think this gives us a lot of responsibility with all of us to make these two programs as much as a success as whatever we are doing right now. So I urge all the student friends here who are majorly for bachelor students, please look into this particular opportunity of the higher learning programs which we are putting up here. So you all are flag bearers of MIT Institute of Design, MIT Art, Design and Technology University, to send this message across that such high-end future thinking programs are being launched in your institution. It is all your institute. The institute is here because you are here and you are making such wonderful contribution in the field of design. That has helped us to start this master's program in design. So let's look forward to it from all the industry stalwarts to hear from them what industry needs and how we should take these steps forward. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for beautifully setting the context and sharing the larger vision for design education at MIT Institute of Design. I now invite Professor Dr. Rajesh S., Honorable Vice Chancellor at MIT ADT University, to deliver the opening address and share his words of inspiration.
Respected Honorable Pro-Chancellor and Executive President, Professor Dr. Mangesh Karat, sir. Honorable Pro-Vice Chancellor, Dr. Nachiket Thakur, the Associate Dean, Dr. Dandeshwar Bisoy, all the faculty and the esteemed members who are present on the dais, and above all the students of design school. I think actually you should be very proud to be a part of MIT Institute of Design. I always say this whenever I conduct any meeting of design school, because there is a flagship, there is a legacy added to that. And now we are adding new dimension to that. And the new dimension is these two new programs. And very aptly, they have been labeled as AI-enabled design and fashion futures. Actually, to me, design is something different. You know, I always feel designers or design, we call them creators, okay? Because you create things. And why do you create? Why do you create anything? Because creation is happiness. Lord Brahma creates all of us, it is said in Vedas, all that. So you are also Brahma. When you create anything, you are a Brahma because you are creating something. But that creation should be having some kind of value to it. That creation should have a meaning to it. That creation should give happiness ultimately to everyone who sees it or who learns it. So you are creating many things in the design school. You are learning many creations day in, day out. but these two will add value again, value addition to MIT Institute of Design. And above all, our leadership, our management is all with you. So particularly, I'm very happy with Dr. Nachiket Thakur, because recently in the designers event, we already dwelled about these two programs. Many designers have talked about, and some of them I met who are also on the dais here. So these kind of events will definitely help us to nurture them in a very big way. But it is you, the students, you have to take a leaf out of it. Take whatever maximum benefit you need to get out of it, and then be a proud MIT Institute of Design student. Thank you very much. Jai Maharashtra, Jai MIT ADT, Jai Bhavani, Jai Shivaji.
Thank you, sir, for your motivating words and for encouraging us to think boldly about the future of education and innovation. To further enrich today's program, I now invite Honorable Dr. Mangesh Karar, sir, to address the gathering and share his insights on the vision and significance of future-focused design education.
Good morning to one and all. It's a lovely morning, very historical morning for the MIT Institute of Design, as you are going to launch the two new programs. Can I get a water? Two new programs, M.Des in the AI in design and the M.Des in fashion future. Friends, I still remember MIT ID was a institution at this campus. It was the third institution in 2006. It was started in a small place, the Gurukul, in the one of the building of the Gurukul, and from there it started. When it was started, we were actually, management was not knowing the canvas of the design, how much this institute will cover the domains. With that, with that humble beginning, MIT Institute of Design was started, and in last 20 years, MIT Institute of Design has really got very good name, the reputation among us, the industry. We got the ranking at an international level, the QS ranking. And in the real sense also, when I see the awards which are achieved by our students of the MIT Institute of Design at a different competitions, I feel there is a lot of talent and the creativity. So your ranking is true to the spirit. Whatever we are getting is a reflection of the creativity of all young kids who are coming throughout the country for B.Des program and M.Des program. So hearty congratulations for your creativity, for your talent, and the great team which is working at MIT Institute of Design. But after 20 years, I think we have to change. We have to change our entire attire of the MIT Institute of Design. In 20 years, a lot of technology is changing, more and more globalization is happening. And because of the change in technology, I think the whole workforce is changing, the skill set is changing. So, the change is highly required. And what is the change required? In today's era, everything will talk about the AI, artificial intelligence. I think really AI is making great inroads into all domains of manufacturing and construction, healthcare, education, in government, in defense, all sectors of the society. Not only in our country, throughout the world, I think AI is really making great impact. And because, as I said, because of this AI, the skill set required will be different. We have to work faster, we have to work with the help of the technology. And the jobs may go, automotive, repetitive jobs may go, like a data entry operator. The number of jobs may go. Automation is going to happen at a large scale. Initially, AI was started with the generative AI initially, and now the agentic AI. Right from the HR functions of any organization, marketing, design, legal contracting, everything will be done by the AI to the major extent, agentic AI. So that is the change which is occurring, and now we cannot lag behind in this wave of the AI wave. Like in 1990s internet wave, we got stuck up by the internet wave. But AI wave is much faster, is much, the transformation is taking at, 100x or maybe 1000x. So that much is the speed of the AI. Now media, the logo that day our professor, he designed the logo of MIT ADT University, 10th year, 10th year celebration. Our Suraj Boyer, he designed the logo of the MIT ADT University with your AI tools within a fraction of seconds. So no need to go to anyone. So that is, now we may not need to go to the designers. So this, change is occurring. And on that background, I think Government of India has also taken a lot of steps. AI mission, India AI mission is taken up by the Government of India. 7, India AI compute. Now the computing power will be available at a very cheap rate. The data will be required. A lot of data will be required to, process. So AI compute is available. Supercomputers are made available by the Government of India at a very cheap rate, 60 rupees per hour. India AI data set. To do the AI, application, we need a data for a particular domain, like a manufacturing. Machine have to work on their own. Machine learning has to be done, like lathe machine. Yeah, the lathe has to operate on its own. AI will teach the machine how to operate. So the data set, so all that data set is made available by the Government of India in that AI mission. And our mission is to create the future skills, AI future skills. So we need a people, AI-enabled designers. I used to talk, 3-4 years back, design-enabled engineers and technology-enabled designers. Thakur may remember. In our webinars, I used to say, we have to make our engineers as a design-enabled engineers, and the designers as a technology-enabled designers. So that phase has now come. Now all the designers, they have to work with a technology. So you cannot say I'm only designer, I should not know the technology. AI is the integral part, like internet. All internet. Like that, AI is a part of our curriculum of all the faculties. And safe and trusted AI is another requirement. Deepfake is there. Ethical AI. So there are a number of things on which the Government of India has taken the initiative, and they are working. And in response to that, MIT ADT University has already started, to launch the new School of AI, School of Artificial Intelligence from next year. And the School of AI will teach, generative AI. We are already teaching. Agentic AI is a recent trend, just prior 2 years. So agentic AI will be taught to the students with the help of the company like Hindustan Computer Limited or other companies. And our students will be able to develop the agents for automation. If you want to develop some automation in HR department, in marketing department, or in education, chatbot, so all those agents can be developed. That education will be taught in the School of AI. There will be the different labs, domain-wise labs, agri-tech lab, fintech lab, manufacturing lab, business lab, where the students, of the last year and third year, they will go to the different laboratories. They will do the customization of the two domains, maybe agri-tech and health tech, maybe agri-tech and manufacturing, likewise. So they will be taught. Application of AI will be taught. So that is the difference of the School of AI. In line with that, School of Design. In School of Design, how AI is to be applied for the design domain is to be taught very perfectly, not only at M.Des level, at a graduate level also. So this is an extension of the School of AI. Now design and AI, all are, they have converged. So I think this is to complete that mission, to keep the MIT legacy. Always, MIT has always taken the initiative to start the pioneering, programs right from 1983, petroleum engineering, polymer engineering, all the time we are starting the design. When hardly MIT Institute of Design was started, it was maybe 4th or 5th number in the country, like that. So to keep the legacy alive, we have to set the trend of the education, and we have to see the future education. where the trends are going. So to accomplish that, to keep the relevance of the MIT brand alive, I think this is our commitment. So today's two program, M.Des in AI in design and M.Des in fashion future. So these programs is that guarantee of that legacy. So and I think you people are so creative. So you will learn. You are already learning some of the AI tools, but we have to learn more and more tools. In coming days, the jobs will the jobs of those people will not go who will use the AI tools, but the jobs of the people will go who will not the AI tools. So you cannot be away from AI. Yeah, AI maybe in design or anywhere. So this is the very important aspect. The wave has come. We have to tap that wave. We have to tap the potential of the wave, and we have to change ourselves. So this is the need of the hour, need of the for your job security, for your entrepreneurship. We are seeing number of startups are coming. Everyone is using the AI in the startup. All the with the AI based, whatever innovations are happening with the help of the AI technology, innovations are happening throughout the world, and because of the innovations are happening, they are getting the more and more market. So this is the requirement. I will not talk much about this, but I'm very, very thankful to the people who have contributed for setting up this, course. Mr. Dhaval Doshi is there. He is running his own media company. 4 or 5 people are there. He sits in Ahmedabad. His partner sits at different places throughout the world. Dhavalji, and he is working in the media. Dhaval Doshi. Then Bhushan Patil, he is ex-MITian he is an engineer. He is also there. Then Namit Srivastava from Raymond. Uday Akkaraju from the the Fashion Future. Professor Dhar from the IIT Kharagpur. Vaibhav Khaparkar, Kimaya Gandhi, all are industry stalwarts, very young people. They are contributing, they are mentoring the courses at MIT ID. So I'm very thankful to all of you for mentoring the MIT ID design education. So what can I say more? So friends, we have to wholeheartedly go ahead with the change in the technology or change with the society, and we have to capture that wave. So with this small, once again, I congratulate Dr. Thakur and Dr. Dandeshwar for taking this initiative. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring thoughts and for reinforcing the importance of design in shaping society and industry. As our last guest has arrived, I would like to pause slightly before we begin with the talks. I would like to request Professor Dr. Dandeshwar Bisoi, sir, to felicitate Mr. Vaibhav Khaparkar. To begin with a series of expert talks, I invite our guest of honor, Mr. Bhushan Patil, sir, to share his perspective on the changing industrial landscape shaped by AI and the evolving role of design in the new economy. Mr. Bhushan Patil is an IIT Bombay alumnus with over 25 years of leadership experience across product, technology, and business. He's the founder of Multiply Ventures, an early-stage venture fund focusing on fintech, edtech, retail, and health. Previously, he had held leadership roles at Paytm, Alibaba, Yahoo, and Zapak, and is a strong advocate of design-led entrepreneurship.
Yeah, thank you. It's always good to come back to the institutes. As Dr. Karat said, I started in 92 to 96, was in MIT. And also, interestingly, a lot of dots connected, right? Dhaval and I met in China, of all the world, right? And because he was doing design in Tencent, which is basically a lot of the gaming company, what you might have possibly heard. So many dots just got connected when I came today. Obviously, Professor Nachiken and we were together same batch and also in IIT. I think just to kind of open up the talk, and first of all, thanks everybody to invite me again here. Let me just give you, I think, why some of these courses become very important for you. Maybe let me start with a simple question. How many of you can you raise hand if you have not used AI so far? Right, good, at least you have used AI. And that's how important it is. It is getting commoditized, that everybody have used AI. But at the same time, if I ask you, how many have you designed something, anything for AI, most of the hands will go up, right? Or will not go up, because from design, we have not contributed back into AI. But if I ask the same question in technology, if I go to IIT Chennai, I was in IIT Bombay, or last week I was in IIM Nagpur in their incubation center. If I ask the question, how many, everybody is thinking I'm doing something in AI, from academically as well as part of work. So in a way, I would say we are maybe few months behind. So when I saw this, when Dhaval called me saying that, hey, there is something like this, I first thought it's maybe a course or a master class kind of thing. But I was very excited to see that this is the entire stream. And that's something what India needs today. And good to see that it's happening from MIT. And that's very, very exciting, and coming back and looking back. So that's very, I would say, encouraging for all of us to see that it's starting from the school where we have, and not just starting from a blank slate. You, all the students who are here, who are opportunity to kind of get into this stream very soon as July. Coming to the two streams, in fact, I didn't know that there's a fashion thing also, because I'm also investing into the consumer brand, etc. And always these two things, AI and fashion. So AI, from a fact that what is happening around right now in India, if you look at last maybe 20 years, government has put about 20,000 crore in innovations, 20 to 25,000 crore into innovations, supporting startups, innovations, technologies, and those kind of things. Do you know how much government has invested for AI and deep tech right now? And this is only for next 5 years. It is 5 times. So government has put 1 lakh crore as budget to support the industry to build something in deep tech and AI-led innovations. This money is like last 20 years possible money available for entrepreneurs or businesses to build around this thing. And this is very exciting time, that if somebody possibly gets ready in 1 or 2 years from here, he's actually in the world where 1 lakh crore is available to be deployed, which can create a lot more value. And second, design, especially for fashion futures, is India is the youngest population, right? So fashion is going to thrive in India. We already see the way Gen Zs are working. Gen Z started earning from last year, actually. They have the first job. So there is spending power is far more. And things are changing. Like, I'm sure that many of us, we bought on Amazon. We are buying, let's say, garments. But today, most of people, like sitting on the backside at least, they are buying a look. They're not buying a particular piece of shirt or something or a shoe. They're buying the entire look. And again, it's connect back the future of fashion, and connecting back with AI. A lot of that interconnections would happen. But I think what's important when we look at AI from India's perspective is a couple of things. We need to understand what is AI. And I can see that's huge gap between the way international markets understand AI versus us. To just give a simple analogy, we have studied from books, right? And most of the world academics was like books for us. We studied books, teachers help you learn the books. We got knowledge and awareness, and then we eventually put our kind of brain to use that knowledge put in the world. And that's how internet was also. Like, most of the internet was, I go to website, and let's say somebody else goes to website, there is the same content, and we deduce based on our own kind of brain that, okay, Bhushan understands something from XYZ perspective, we'll take it that way from a website, or somebody else come from a different context, let's say you as a student, will run the same Microsoft website and get something out of it. But that has changed. So AI is like a friend. If I read a book, I have certain knowledge, but if I don't want to read a book, I can ask a friend, hey, what was this Chetan Bhagat book, can you tell me? So he knows me, right? He knows me me being Bhushan, me being investor, whatever, he will say, तुम्हारे लिए कुछ काम का नहीं है, right? Or he might say, for you, that what he talks about is these two things. So what he has done, that entire knowledge, my friend has put in my context and given me those two tidbits, which are good enough for me to kind of, as good as learning of that, reading that entire book. And that is what happened in technology today. So this technology, what we have seen last 25, 30 years, 50 years, maybe 100 years, from IC engine to, let's say, maybe mobile era of India, was a broadcasted technology, and the learning is left to you guys without context. Today with AI, the context is already given. So what's happening is AI, you kind of humanizing the technology. So this is the first time in the world we are using words like technology is humanized today, right? And that is a change. And what's important here is when this change is happening, design becomes very important for two reasons. One, the entire dynamics, how the technology is getting into market is changing. Second thing is the life of products. Like, you know, like Microsoft took so many years to kind of go from zero to, let's say, $2-3 trillion company, but it has doubled in last 1.5 years because of AI. Same thing Google, or if you look at NVIDIA kind of companies. So the time for companies to, from zero to large values is shrinking. So they cannot go wrong in that thing, right? So the larger values getting created in shorter time. So design becomes very important. Can I get designers far early in a cycle so that my value outcomes are far more, so I have a lot more assurance of getting that output. So very important to understand AI itself first, and why design thinking, it becomes very important in this thing. Second, I would say from academia, because in academia, and I have this kind of a thought process, what academia brings to you, right? We talk about few things. When you come into colleges, there is awareness. So you get aware about what is happening, etc. Second, the colleges will give you knowledge, right? That will come from books, networks, peer learning, etc. Third is skills. So you understand some skills. Maybe third or fourth year skills will start, right? And possibly some tools, which anyway become irrelevant when you come back. And so that's what is, I call it as a task, right? TASK, right? That the 4 words what academia offers you. Of all these 4 words, if you look at awareness, knowledge, skill, and tools, today with AI world, the 3 words, right? Awareness is already available, whether you are in academia, outside, awareness is already there. You can, on demand, you get awareness. You can have the knowledge. You can have the tools. The only thing remains is skills. So what you have to learn is skills. And AI is one of the skill sets. How to maneuver AI for yourself is very, very important. So I think academia also, while they can give you this, the task kind of pedagogies, skills is in your hand. What you take out of from here as academia is very, very important. Experience, which is the last bit, which comes after you spend, after the academia, into industry, that is also shrinking. What I did when I passed out from MIT or IDC in desktop-based computers do not become relevant today. Maybe I completely changing. So a lot of the experience also getting shrunk. So skills is very, very important. And AI is a new skill right now. Or AI humanizing is interesting here from a skills perspective. So that's some of these things are important for you to start thinking. Last but not least, I would say, what is changing? And I think one thing I just saw, the course name is AI enabled. And we in a industry called as 3 buckets, maybe 2 buckets, AI enabled design, that's where India is today. But the whole world is moving to AI led or AI first. Because when you talk about interfaces, if I had a 5-page interfaces, that is changing to conversational interfaces today. Or the industry is thinking that how even a fashion will done or e-commerce will be done in the AI-led world. So there's a transformation happening. So it's not the same tools, same machines, or same kind of media or interfaces. People are thinking of, in an AI world, how do I do things, right? And that's why government is putting so much of pressure. It's, I think, push also to invest a lot more money, a lot more talent is getting suddenly surfaced because the world is moving to AI-led or AI-first kind of a world. And that's, I think, interesting opportunity for all of us. So how do we transform things? So this is a time where I think it's almost like I call it as 3rd revolution or 4th revolution, however you track it. AI can bring that. And that's an opportunity for all of us here, including people like us who are possibly having a lot more opportunity to recreate something which we've missed out in last revolutions. Let's say I couldn't do in mobile era something, but can I do something in AI era? So it's opportunity for everyone. And that's where I will end with a talk, like think about AI first world and start transforming everything. So it's everything can be redesigned now, right? We are sitting here, that can completely change. Or anything, even a physical product will change in the AI-led world. So with that, I would just say thanks again for inviting me here. and wishing best of luck to everybody. And I'm always happy to help. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your informative insights. Next, I invite Mr. Namit Srivastava to share the industry perspective on evolving fashion, retail transformation, and future-focused fashion education. Namit Srivastava is an experienced fashion and retail leader with nearly 3 decades in the apparel industry. He's currently the brand head, Chairman's Collections at Raymond India. Prior to this, he served as category head of ethnics by Raymond at Raymond Apparel Limited, where he played a key role in expanding the brand's footprint and strengthening its market presence. Over the years, he has led design, product development, merchandising, and category strategy across multiple brands, blending contemporary design with traditional craftsmanship and a strong customer-centric approach.
Hi, good morning, everyone, and good morning to all the dignitaries sitting here. So, one thing. AI, I was also surprised few years back when I heard about it. What is this? But yes, it was something interesting which started challenging us because we were, as a designer, we were thinking, okay, what we do is the best. But the computer started doing it. It was much better. And I was surprised and shocked, having experience of 25 years, and it started challenging us. But we said, okay, we'll do much better. We'll use it as our own performance, increasing our own performance. And then all the kids who come here learn from us and who are working with us, I've started telling them, start using AI. And trust me, we have not less than 2,000 stores. We are direct interface with the customers who comes to our store. I've tried and I've seen how helpful it has become for us. The way when we interact with the customers and they become so happy when we start showing them what design they want. So people don't have the time so that you sit and sketch, but they need the things very fast. You can drape it in front of them, put it on your iPads and show it to them what exactly it's going to look like. So I think this is one of the most beautiful platform you're going to get into it. And the courses, we never thought of doing it, and it was never available for us. So it took us so many years to come to these positions and all. But trust me, once you have got all the tools, AI, you'll be the masters. In few years, you'll be doing great and wonders. But one thing I just want to tell you is that first of all, learn the complete art of your garment manufacturing or making or designing and everything. Learn first that, and then get into AI, because AI will support you, but the creativity comes from you. You are the creative people, not the AI. So the best mind lies with you, and you are the future, and you are the most creative people in the world. So make the future, use it as a tool which will help you to grow fast. And this is what I want to submit today. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I now invite Mr. Dhaval Joshi to speak on human-machine collaboration and how AI is transforming real-world design practice. Dhaval Joshi is the founder of SIMU Labs, where he works with media agencies and brands to leverage generative AI. Previously, he led innovation teams at Tencent Games in China, driving work in interactive AI and XR, and played a key role in establishing UX research practices at Microsoft Hardware in Shenzhen. With experience across Nokia Research and Motorola Research Labs, and as an active academic contributor across leading institutions, he bridges cutting-edge industry innovation with design education. He holds 12 granted US patents and 2 EU patents in AI, AR, VR, and mobility.
Thank you. Good morning. All right. So first of all, thank you so much for the invite. And also congratulations to MIT for taking this very, very innovative and you can say bold step to start the first program in, especially in design for AI. I think if I were to build upon what Bhushan sir was, trying to sort of explain, I would like to share a very sort of personal feeling. I feel what an exciting time to be alive, right? There's just so much things that are changing around us, which we perhaps never ever imagined that would happen. I mean, just look at post-2020. Who would have thought that in 4 and 5 years, the economy around us, the job market around us, the society around us would change so much. But change is something that is very constant, and we should all be sort of, getting ready for it. So I have two things that I wanted to sort of share, from this podium. And those two things are very relevant to how we look at AI. So coming from the industry, there are certain things that we observe, and these are not observations just for the sake of observations. Some of the things are actually disrupting our own businesses or the way we thought we could run our business. So the first thing, which is a good thing that is happening is, I think AI is a creativity amplifier for all of us, right? So if you look at the history of, you can say design, this is for the first time that we have a technology, not a tool, a technology that is smart enough to actually work with us as a partner in whatever we do, right? So yes, a lot of people think AI is just a tool. It is at some context, but now we have a layer of intelligence that makes the tool very, very sort of, you can say, smart, right? It can think of things perhaps we would not think of normally. So take it as a partner, not just as a tool. I mean, try to change the way you look at, AI. I now, after some years, spending time with industry and academia, feel that if you remove the A part from the AI and just focus on the intelligence, I think for designers, intelligence is the new design material. And it's a very interesting way to think about it, right? So we have had, different mediums, such as when internet came, we had to change the way we think about information or how to present information. Then, the mobile revolution happened, and we had to change how information is displayed in such a small device. And now we are at a place and time where the layer of intelligence is here. And I don't think we are all sort of ready for it in many, many ways. So I think it's a huge opportunity for all the designers to think about it consciously, right? Second part I would like to highlight is the idea of designing for AI. So we have always thought of, this as a partner, a tool, something that will help us expand our capabilities. But if you think about translating these experiences into more intelligent models, who is going to do it? There was actually a survey last year, 2025, from Stanford. They tried to map who is doing what in AI around the world. So India, they said, is number 2 from a talent provider sort of perspective, which is actually a very good news. But all this is from the tech side. And I always wondered, where are the designers, right? Because AI by itself is not going to wake up and say, this is what care looks like, this is what empathy looks like, this is what good versus bad looks like. Someone has to train them. And I think it's the job of designers, maybe future designers, to basically not only understand humans as much as we do from design processes, but also to understand technology as much as we understand humans. And when you understand both of these equally, I think we will have the, you can say, opportunity and the capability to make systems not only more intelligent, but more empathetic, more useful, more something that fits into our society, something that we can actually work with, right? Without the fear of, let's say, working with a machine that does not understand what it means to be human. So we will get there. Maybe it'll take a couple of years. But I think we are at a great place, that is India. We are also at a great time with, I think we are almost like the second best place to be when it comes to AI worldwide. So we have all the resources, we have the market, we just need to get started in how we look at AI in terms of leveraging it for design. So with that, I think it's a great time to be a student. Honestly, I think I wish I was a student again, and perhaps I would have, taken admission into this new M.Des program. So with that, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Up next, I invite Mr. Uday Akkaraju to share his insights on global trends at the intersection of AI, data, and human-centered design, and what the future expects from designers in an AI-driven world. Mr. Uday Akkaraju is the CEO of Born AI and a globally recognized leader working at the convergence of artificial intelligence, data science, and design. He's known for building empathetic, responsible, and human-centric AI systems that help organizations better understand human behavior. With extensive experience across global technology and innovation ecosystems, he regularly speaks at international forums on AI ethics, design-led transformation, and future of work. His perspective bridges technology with deep human insight, making his work especially relevant to emerging design practices.
Thank you for that introduction. I mean, good morning, everyone. I think it's afternoon already. Can you hear me all right? Yeah. So it feels good coming back to a university here because probably it feels even bad for me to say 16 years ago I was in this seat. So I feel a little older. Always, I mean, what used to happen is when there was a meeting like this, I always used to select the last bench right there. I don't know, I can't see those guys there because that's the bench I used to sit and try to kind of nitpick or criticize everything happening on this side. So today I'm on the other side. But the thing is, if you look back, that nitpicking, the criticizing nature is inbuilt for designers like all of you, right? That is what you're here for. You are here for challenging everything so that you can create new systems. So like in the introduction we said, I also started like you with like a designer, graduated from National Institute of Design in 2010. Right after college, like everybody, like every student who is sitting here, I was looking for a job, and getting a job for a designer was tough, right? It's tough even today. Why is that? Because predominantly, I think in India, we are a service technology-based industry more than a product industry. Right, so I interviewed for almost all the big MNCs and the small design firms. I used to get in, but the thing is, what didn't strike me then was nobody was thinking holistically. They wanted me to do a UI function, they wanted to do me a graphic function, they wanted me to do a visual, some small function or video editing. But I always wanted as a designer, because we all think holistic, because if somebody, one of your student is designing a presentation, you guys have to think about fonts, you guys have to think about graphic design. You guys have to think about the layout. And you also have to think about music. Who can do this except a designer? So when we are coming and thinking about AI, I always say this when I'm speaking at conferences, right? Only two things in this world can think holistically. One is AI, and the second is a designer. Right? So when we all talk about, every time we talk about technology, it's before it was tech first, software is eating the world, then it was mobile first, then it's now AI first. It's never designed first. But the paradox here is it's actually always designed first. So when in my company, it's called Bond AI, unfortunately the AI was there. We started way back in 2016 when AI was not even present. So it is designed first, because even if you see ChatGPT, everybody knows ChatGPT, everybody uses ChatGPT. What is it? It is conversational UI. UI is coming from design. So we all graduated from presentations, PPTs, and all that stuff to better interfaces. Interfaces are again designed by designers like you. So I think you guys are in pole position because software engineers, AI will replace, it's already replacing. Everybody, AI is going to replace, especially the redundant jobs, but thinking holistically, which we call design thinking and empathy, nobody can replace that. So I think you guys need to really think about two things. I'll end my thing with that is, one, of course, think ahead because nobody knows except a designer what is coming next. Second, I don't know if this advice will go well, but think of starting your own company because designers are the best leaders. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I now invite Professor Dr. Debayan Dhar to present the academic and research perspective on integrating AI into design education and interdisciplinary learning. Professor Dr. Debayan Dhar is an Associate Professor of Design at IIT Guwahati with expertise in user experience design, human-computer interaction, and design theory. He previously established the User Experience Design Department at MIT Institute of Design. Known for his impactful research and teaching, his work has contributed significantly to advancing design practice, user experience, and data visualization in both academia and industry.
Thank you for inviting me and giving me a chance to contribute in these programs. First of all, respected Professor Dr. Mangesh Karad and respected Vice Chancellor and other dignitaries, my colleagues and students. Many things have already been said about AI, so I don't want to repeat many things. Just would like to share a few informations which has happened. I'm sure you must be knowing, just 2 days back, India joined a very elite group of countries in manufacturing the 2nm semiconductor devices. And this is such a huge achievement, you can understand. In fact, till date, China could only manufacture the 6nm semiconductors, which are much larger in size, and they failed in designing those very smart, small 2nm semiconductor devices, which we did. So now this tells the capability of Indian technologists in designing these highly intellectual devices. Now what does it mean? It means faster processing times, extremely fast processing times, right? So we are now in a position to fabricate, develop, design these technological units on our own. Now, this is all about what technologists have done for India. But what about designers, right? This is where I think this program on the Masters of Design program in AI-enabled design contributes. Now, every time when we talk about AI, even in academics, we have seen students, faculties, all of us have been using AI tools. We use AI tools to do our work faster. I mean, AI tools have been an accelerator for us in doing the kind of works that we do. Now, the question is on us, how do we design AI-enabled systems? This is where I think the change in mindset and change in approach is required. Traditional design processes in designing these systems won't work any further because it is an entirely new world where Dhaval has rightly said, there's a layer of intelligence. It already has those processing capabilities. Now the question is, how do we ensure that these AI systems are designed in a humanly way? This is the question with which this program was designed. It is not just about using AI tools. Few of the issues which I often talk about in the classes. One of the important issues in designing such systems is ethics. You might know, like few years back, the Japanese premier, Shinzo Abe, was killed by a weapon which was 3D printed in home. Now here, we must tell these intelligent systems what must be generated and what should not be generated. Now this is where designers play a major role in designing the framework, the architecture, the boundary mechanisms of these intelligent systems. It is not just about designing these interfaces alone. Now, having said all these things, I think I must thank MIT Institute of Design in achieving something very momentous today, because until now we have been catching up to the world from the academics perspective in designing programs. But now I think MIT ID has done something very unique, where they are leading in the academics front in coming up with some programs which are visionary, which are industry-led and are highly applied. So I thank the entire MIT ID management team for this kind of visionary approach. And let me tell you when computers came for the first time, there was a tendency from traditional people not to use it. But I would say that AI systems would be here, and things are going to change in a much more different way. So we should, as learners, as students, as faculties, we must explore how meaningfully we can use these systems, how we can design these systems more humanly for the betterment of the humankind. Thank you so much again for inviting me. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now, to give us an in-depth overview of the M.Des AI-enabled design program, I invite Mr. Vaibhav Khaparkar to share how the curriculum is structured to align with industry expectations, emerging technologies, and real-world design practice. Mr. Vaibhav Khaparkar is a lead product designer and design strategist at VMware R&D, with over a decade of experience driving research-led digital transformation across fintech, cloud, and enterprise platforms. He leads complex design initiatives, builds scalable design systems, and mentors high-performing design teams. His work seamlessly bridges user empathy, technology, and design strategy, ensuring that design education remains future-ready and industry-relevant.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for inviting me here. So first of all, I would like to congratulate everyone here and the whole staff to bring this program alive. There has been enormous effort that has gone through in last couple of months, and actually it's the last whole year the enormous effort has been gone through, where there is really hard work by a lot of people has gone through to bring this program. So to start with, I would like to ask everyone who are using today AI tools. Okay, so you have observed that. Have you observed, like, if you have writing the emails, the AI is writing email faster than you. Your design, the AI is designing faster than you, but you are all happy that these outcomes are coming really quick for you. But have everyone have thought about it, like in the mind of anyone that has gone through, like, is there any kind of a discomfort that has come? Will my skill really matters in next 10 years? Or will my design skills really matters in next 10 years? Is this a question that has come to any of the design student so far? Right. So obviously the answer is no. With this technology, with AI, the AI has gone really powerful tool, and it's the fast tool, but design is really important. But the designer who have AI edge, they will always excel than the designers who don't have that AI edge. Now, if I would talk about AI is just a technology, it's just an intelligence layer that we have talked about so far. But if you look at it, in last 10 years or last decade, the human intelligence has grown really beautifully up, as well as if you look at the technology, they has gone 100x up. Now, to build a framework between these two, the communication between these two, we need really a designers. Because this technology is faster, the technology is really beating the human mind. But at the end, it is designed by the human. So we need to bring a framework that will build a framework between a communication between this technology as well as the human. That's why this program is, which will enable a human to perceive information with this technology. To start with, we have focused on the 3 pillars which are desperately required in the current industry. The first pillar is basically understanding human that we are doing today with the traditional design workflows, with the traditional design process. We are basically learning how to interact with human, how to do the research, how to keep human in the center and make the human-centered design. That will be taught as a first pillar, but also we will be bringing an introduction to the AI, where we will bring how to communicate with the AI, how to perceive the human will perceive the information from the AI. The second pillar, that is morely about how to design for AI, how to design with AI. So lot of us are consuming the AI, but no one of us is thinking about how to build the AI, right? How to build this technology and how to cope up with this technology. So we will be bringing a lot of new design processes. We will be bringing a lot of new design introductions where you will be designing for emotions, you will be designing for hallucinations, you will be designing for building the guardrails, you will be designing for being responsible as a designer. And then the third pillar, which is morely about very few design education have, and that is a scale design. So that we will be bringing, where these designers who will be passing through this curriculum will go out and act like a leader, where they will create dynamic frameworks, they will be creating dynamic design processes as per the industry-led. Whatever is required, they will be making that changes alive, and they will be bringing the new design processes alive. So we are not only focusing on teaching a particular traditional design system, but also to tackle with this new technology. At the end, I would like to say one thing. The technology is really going powerful and fast and intelligent. We are not computing with the machines. We are basically making the designers who can create products which are morely trustable, transparent, and human-centered. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Finally, I invite Ms. Kimaya Gandhi to share her perspectives on the future of typography, creativity, and technology in contemporary design practice. Kimaya Gandhi is an accomplished type designer from Mumbai, specializing in Latin and Hindi scripts, particularly Devanagari. She is a partner at the International Type Foundry, Mota Italic, and an alumna of NIFT and IDC IIT Bombay. Alongside her design practice, she actively teaches typography and contributes to advancing culturally rooted and context-aware design education.
Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me here. It's okay? All right. It's quite surreal to be here, honestly, to be on this stage, like you mentioned, because I've been on the other side of the podium as well. I'm a type designer, and by default, that makes me work very closely with Indian scripts and primarily Devanagari. I'm deeply invested in creating typefaces that aren't just aesthetically good looking, but also to try and push boundaries of using innovative ways of creating these typefaces. So I want to talk about something that I'm a more ardent believer of, is design with context. And I think that all these conversations that we are having of technology and how that can be used is great, but I think design at the core of it has intent, and that is something that we need in design institutes, is something that needs to be nurtured. So I think I really believe in the inclusion of cultural context and intention as a way of design. And that's, to me, is definitely the future, how we can build a better visual landscape. I think also for several years we have been following worldwide trends and a little bit ignoring our own vivid inspirations that we have around in the country. But I think this is a great time to explore our own identity. And I feel like identity is a product of lived experiences and not prompts. So as much as we can use tools to create better designs and improve our workflows, I think it is our design responsibility to create a more conscious and compassionate surroundings and to harbor collaborating working environments. And all of this starts in school. So I firmly believe that the role of education in these times is to nurture these learning environments. So yeah, with that, I truly believe that all of us can contribute in significant ways to create the visual landscape of India that we truly deserve. So thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment we have all been waiting for has arrived. I now invite our respected dignitaries to kindly proceed for the official launch and inauguration of our new postgraduate programs. Masters of Design in AI-enabled design and Masters of Design in Fashion Futures. With this launch, we take a significant step towards preparing designers who are future-ready, human-centered, and industry-relevant. Now, as we come to the conclusion of today's program, the discussions have clearly highlighted how design, AI, and human-centered thinking are shaping the future. On behalf of MIT Institute of Design and MIT ADT University, I extend heartfelt gratitude to Honorable Dr. Mangesh Karar Sir, Professor Dr. Rajesh S. Sir, Professor Dr. Nachiket Thakur Sir, and Professor Dr. Dandeshwar Bisoy Sir for their leadership and support in making this initiative possible. I would also like to acknowledge the dedicated efforts of our program coordinators, Associate Professor Arshia Kapoor, HOD of Fashion Design and M.Des Fashion Futures, and Assistant Professor Pratiksha Bankar, Information Design and Data Visualization, or AI-enabled design, for their vision, planning, and execution of these new age programs. We extend our sincere thanks to our guests of honors, dignitaries, speakers, faculty members, students, and all attendees for making this event meaningful and memorable. We look forward for your continued support and collaboration. Have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you.